This is your auction recap for the week of April 6th through the 10th, 2020. Thanks for dropping in. I'm Tony Altieri, Vice President of Business Development at National Powersport Auctions. In our weekly updates, we hope to provide you with insight into the impacts of the COVID-19 crisis and how it's affecting the lanes. In addition, we hope to give you some useful information and guidance on what to expect in the coming weeks. While providing you with a high-level overview, we encourage you to reach out with any specific questions. So click, comment, and connect with us, and we'll do our best to answer all your questions. So let's jump into this week's recap. With 3 auctions this week in Cincinnati, Sacramento, and Dallas, it's clear how federal and local restrictions on business are impacting the auctions. Spring is typically our peak, with price to book, volume, and dealer attendance all reaching their apex in March, April, and May. With the onset of COVID-19 pandemic, a lot has changed. Across all 3 locations, auction volume was down nearly 30% off seasonal norms. This is driven by 2 key factors. Number 1, many banks and lenders have suspended repossessions in response to the record number of Americans who are now out of work. While these steps are temporary, it's a trend that we expect to continue over the next 30 to 45 days. Number 2, with the shelter-in-place orders confining 80% of the U.S. population, many powersports dealerships are closed or function in some form of reduced operations. Without the influx of fresh trades, many dealers are sitting idle on aged inventory, and because of this, dealer consignments are down nearly 30% as well. Bidder attendance typically swells at this time of year in anticipation of the spring riding season. But much like the volume, we saw dealer attendance down nearly 20%. With less participation online, price retention, or price to book as we like to call it, has fallen nearly 15 points. But it's not all doom and gloom. With volumes reducing and dealers adjusting to the new normal, we did see pricing bounce back in nearly every major category last week. With sale conversions still remaining a challenge, we're optimistic that pricing should begin to stabilize as volume and demand converge. With 3 auctions this week in Philadelphia, Madison, and Atlanta, we expect to see bid activity tick up, leading to stabilization in nearly every other major metric. With supply declining, it's important for buyers and sellers to remain active and engaged in the current wholesale marketplace. With most other inventory sources at a standstill, the auction becomes the primary resource for inventory, pricing information, and liquidity. As the rate of new infections continues to fall and the government begins the process of restarting our economy with programs like the Federal Payroll Protection Act, we believe most measurables will continue to strengthen. While the future is still somewhat murky, with patience and planning, we expect the industry to emerge strong and healthy, so it's important to stay informed. We hope that you found this video useful. If you have any additional questions or are in search of more specific data, please click, comment, and connect with us through the information listed on your screen. We'd be happy to help. From all of us here at NPA, we thank you for your business. We hope you stay safe, remain healthy, and we'll be back next week with another update. Cheers.